Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about some of the Rockbros bikepacking bags. Rockbros is a budget-friendly cycling accessories company based in the Czech Republic. They sell most of their products on Amazon and eBay, and from what I can tell, they're pretty good value for money. From what I found, these are by far the nicest looking bags they do. The set doesn't have a particular name, so it's a matter of scrolling and clicking until you find them. When looking at these, it's always worth considering the price. I got all four for a total of just over 70 quid off eBay, which is a bargain, especially when you compare to the kings of the bikepacking world, Apidura. All the bags are described as waterproof, which I can trust to a point. I've seen a top tube bag in a comparison, and after just a few hours in torrential rain, there was a little water seeping through. But I can safely say from my experience, cycling in light rain for a couple of hours, the bag's held up. Let's start with the handlebar bag. It's a bit of a messy one. There's a lot of straps and a lot of hooks to use in an attempt to keep this thing steady on the bars, and if you're a wizard, it works out pretty well. On these bars it's a little awkward because of the drop, but this does still hold, and there's a tiny little bit of bounce, but that's expected when you're on the gravel track. It comes with these spongy spacers to keep off the bars and head tube. You've got to be careful and strategic on how you place these, because there's always going to be a little bit of frame rub, but that's inevitable. But it's always worth getting helicopter tape or frame protection tape. You've got access to stuff from both ends, which is great if you plan properly on how to pack your bag. This gives you the access to grab things without emptying all your tote onto the muddy gravel track. To add to the messy cockpit look, it has these bungee straps, like the saddlebag. On my trips I haven't quite found a use for these yet, but handy nonetheless. Up next is the big one, it's the Sabre Bag. Straight off the bat, I think it's a good looking bag. It is a bit long though, very long. Unlike your fancy bags that are more often than not short and fat, this is quite long and narrow. I guess it's more aero? Being long, it does have a little sway in it. To be honest, I can't really tell this whilst riding, but it always depends on the terrain on which you are riding on. There's a couple little details on this which I like. Firstly, the elastic bungee cord and the reflective strips going nearly the whole length from top to back. These also double up as places to attach lights, or if you're cool enough, a mug. I don't have a cool stainless steel mug with that climbing hook like attachment thing to hang on my rear end. Well, I don't have one yet anyway. I use the straps to hold my waterproof jacket. This leaves it easily and quickly accessible if the weather turns on me. It comes with two hard foam seat post mounts, one for a standard post and one for an aero post. I like this as you feel like you're doing less damage to your seat post. It is useful though, as it does push the bag a bit further away from the frame, which will stop rubbing. Another thing that helps keep its shape is the strong plastic cup at the bottom. This isn't the best for stuffing as it's got no give in it, but I like it. The only proper negative is these straps. After enough bumps on the track or cracks in the road, these straps do come loose, and this causes a little bit of, quite a bit of sway over time. My solution for this is a reusable cable tie, although I don't have one at the moment, to tie through these loops and pull it tight, which keeps the bag tight and snug underneath the seat. The frame bag. Well, I think the designer was a little bit fed up with the day and probably rushed this bag design in order to get home and watch their favourite Czech sitcom or something. The frame bag really annoys me for two reasons. Can you spot them? Why on earth is the top seam on the outside? This does make it a lot more awkward than it needs to be when you're putting it on the bike. It also gets in the way of your top tube bag. Generally, it really doesn't help with the look and makes the bag sit a little uncomfortable on the frame. The other thing is me just being picky, but why is the front of the bag not on the drive side? But what I do like a lot is that the strap positions are completely up to you and what suits your bike. Besides the top two, you can place them wherever fits your seat posts and down tubes. Other than this, there isn't really anything else that stands out with this bag. the top tube bag. The top tube bag is as simple as they get really. Annoyingly, I ordered one from a different range, not realising that when I chose the bigger size, it was actually a different style bag. Like the frame bag, this is pretty good when it comes to the straps. Pick and choose where fits best for your bike. The stem strap isn't detachable, but then again it doesn't really need to be. I like the fact that the sides are rigid and it holds its shape nicely. There is a very little sideways movement when steering, but that's expected when attached to a steer tube. Overall, this set has some nice features, and the quality is pretty good. For the price, they'll be great as some beginner bags, as they have the capacity and the features you'll need for starting out. Also ideal for smaller trips, but for longer tours, it'll be well worth spending a little extra to ensure you get the quality you can rely on. I hope this video helps in some way or another. Thanks for watching and happy cycling.